Now we're good. So sorry.
That's all right.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Hello, Keegan.
You look very tired.
I look very tired.
What happened?
I'll be truthful. We just shot about 20 minutes of video and then one of the cameras wasn't working, which is the main camera.
Jesus Christ, Walter.
You'll never know what we talked about. We talked about so much rude stuff.
Look at my left hand. We'll just talk about this.
Actually,
You
yes.
schneck. You schneck.
How did you like the last video? Keegan?
How did I like it? I absolutely loved it. I was watching the clip
Yeah.
and I didn't realize that we were having so much fun
Yeah.
and that there were so many people walking past us, behind us.
There were so many people.
And
I didn't realize.
did not notice it at all.
I
I only
didn't
found out
either.
through the clip, like so many people, like hikers were like looking at us, they're like, what are they doing?
Even one of the comments, I think, even said, "Why were there so many people behind?"
Yeah,
you?"
like they're all in groups, like 3s, 4s. I'm like, okay. But it was so much fun because I seem very comfortable.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
especially you.
Yeah, yeah,
Out
yeah.
of just all the videos, I've never seen you that happy.
Yeah, that's because you're a funny person.
Talking about dick and
Talking about
shit.
dicks and shit and
farting.
peeing and farting. Oh, I was in heaven.
How'd you find it? Like,
No, it was really fun. To be honest with you, I was really worried because this Cozzy TV has always been a G-rated sort of channel. I've never really sworn and never really said bad things, but I wanted to go in a different direction, and this is probably the direction I wanted to go in because not only is it just us being us, but people are still learning, which I found really interesting.
English, right?
Learning English.
Okay.
There's a person who's following us at the moment, and she tagged me in a post yesterday on her Instagram, and she writes down everything we say.
Like
And-
schneck.
yeah, like I don't know if she wrote down schneck, but that's a word, by the way. You know, that's a whatever they call it. But yeah, so people are still learning English, which is great because indirectly, I still think this is an English
It
teaching
is.
channel, but it can be seen more of as an entertainment channel rather than an English teaching one instead of the formal like.
Expression number
Expression number one, even though I teach that still. But I'm so happy that we're able to do what we are able to do. And now it's your 9th episode as a regular YouTuber.
one. Really? Wow.
Yeah, how do you feel? Because you've done YouTube before, but you've never really done it on the regular basis. How are you feeling about doing this whole YouTube stuff?
Well, the best part is I get to see Walter every week.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I think that's the worst part, actually.
Well, that's what my wife says. Yeah. She sees
Did I
me
just
every
say
day.
that? Like, did you hear what I said? I was trying to talk to my, inside my head. Anyway, no. I think it's fun because it's a regular thing. We have to think of like new things to talk about, what more we can do, what the viewers want, and like that's what we always say. Leave a comment, but it's not easy to leave a comment. Like,
No.
I actually don't leave any comments, even
No.
though I watch a lot of YouTube.
Yeah.
It's weird how like people who actually leave comments, I think they're really brave and they go through the trouble of actually,
Yeah.
like interacting with those content creators. And I'm really thankful to see, every time I see a new comment, I'm like, oh, what is it?
Yeah, me too. Me
Because
too.
not because like I wanted it to be like, I don't want it to be like directed at me saying, oh, Kyun's so good looking.
Yeah, those are the ones I leave.
I knew it because it was so unnatural. No, just anything in general. Like, oh, we love your content.
Yeah.
Continue to do what you do.
Yeah.
You guys are making good improvements. And I'm
Yeah.
like, man, it's so encouraging. It's like a little kid trying to get compliment from their teachers.
I know.
That's what I feel like.
That's what it feels like as well. And it's great to see with the last video as well, like it was supposed to be stupid and funny and people took it that way as well. Like people were laughing at the fact that you wanted to be, what's his name?
Chaonu?
In North Korea.
North Korean Chaonu? Why not?
So like that, people were laughing at that. People were laughing at the fact that we said schneck or whatever. Or
And
like,
you wanted me to play with your
yeah.
dong dong, ding dong.
As I said, it was a win-win situation. You said you'd rather put your hands down my pants, but I love the interaction that we are getting from our viewers, and the fact that we are getting constant views, like it's not very high, but for the amount of subscribers we have, which is increasing, we obviously want to get more views, and it is possible. But I do think the fact that we have this certain fan base and it is growing is really good.
So I have a question. So
Yeah.
would you go out of your way, like, would you create a new persona that goes viral? And would you continue to have that persona on this channel? Because I remember you saying, you know, you just want to be very natural, just be
Yeah.
yourself, like keep it G-rated. No, but you're trying new things out. Let's
Yeah.
say one of these videos just goes viral and
Yeah.
everyone just knows you for like the Schneck, Walter Schneck. Your name becomes
The Walter with the Schneck.
Yeah. Would you continue with that persona? Would you
see-
put on a new persona?
There's so many people I know who have personas on YouTube, and they have to kind of keep that persona. So have you heard of like what's his name? He's Uncle Roger.
Uncle Roger.
So he's this guy who he's an Asian guy, but he does this thing where he critiques people making Asian food, but he's like, oh, that's not how you make
He
fried
has
rice.
that accent,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, he makes the really stereotypical, like,
The Chinese kind of accent.
Chinese accent.
That's not fried rice.
That's not fried rice, that's not how you do that. We can do that as well, but turns out he actually speaks like natural English like you and me.
Really?
So the thing
That
is,
I didn't know.
Yeah. So the thing is, he has to be known as Uncle Roger as the guy who speaks like this all the time. But really, like, he's a stand-up comedian, I think, in the UK.
But that's what comedians do.
That's
you
what
know?
comedians do. But I don't know if I would like to be known as the guy who's like got a dick as a head or a head.
That could be a character.
It could be a character. But then again, my daughter might see this in 20 years and she'd be like, and like, let's say we get famous and like, oh, your dad's the guy with the dick as a head.
Your dad's a dickhead.
Yeah.
But I
Oh,
also think, you know, like really famous YouTubers, they have so many different characters.
that's true.
And they can play whatever role they want,
That's
depending
true.
on the concept and
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
content. So I think you don't have to be like Schneck Walter, Walter
Yeah.
the Schneck. You can have different kind of images or personas,
Yeah.
characters. So I think that could be your first one.
That could
Walter
be.
Schneck.
Walter Schneck.
It sounds good, like
the guy,
Walter Schneck.
Schnecky
I'm
Walter.
Schneck.
I'm
Walter
Schneck. How about you? Like, would you want to go down as
Have
the
a
guy
dick
with
on my forehead?
the small baby dick on his forehead? Would you like to be known as
like
that guy?
I said, I'll rather have a baby dick on my forehead instead of having a Schneck, because I can kind of cover it up, and you know, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, if that's what people like,
Yeah.
that part of me, I can always, you know, because that's also part of me as well.
Yeah, of course.
I've never actually, well, it might seem fake,
Yeah.
but you know, you got to fake it till you make it.
You gotta fake it till you make it.
That's the showbiz.
I also think that like that last episode as well, you had a lot of fun because you and I have actually, if you haven't, we basically promote it every time we're on here. We're on a TV show together. You not so much anymore, but we've never really laughed that hard together, have we?
We couldn't because it was like, it's a news program.
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
news
yeah.
show. We can't really talk about
Like dicks.
farting, shitting.
So
I felt so comfortable.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, if it's just between us and like the
Mm.
viewers cannot really connect with us, like, that's not our purpose. We
Yeah.
want to do it so that we have fun together.
Yeah.
We kind of connect. And we want the viewers to actually laugh with us, not
Yeah.
at us.
well, I
Well,
take
either
both.
way, either
I to be
way,
honest with you,
you'll
I take
take
both. I don't
he
mind.
wants to go viral. That's the thing, you know.
I like. Here's the thing. I don't want to go viral for one video. I want to get popular because we're just cool people to be around. Like people want to watch us because we talk shit, and like even if they want to learn English from us, like I've seen so many comments. Like one of the comments is like, "This is a great video to learn Australian conversation," and that's basically what we do. Is we just talk like about anything and everything.
So without specifically trying to teach,
Without
viewers,
specifically
just like
teaching.
having a conversation, like
And that's what is missing from the internet. Like it's not like I wouldn't say Cozzy TV is strictly English teaching anymore. I'd say it's more entertainment. But that's what's missing.
We can say edutainment.
Edutainment as well. But that's what's missing. Like apart from people watching dramas or comedy shows or whatever, just two guys or two people. You know, we'll bring on more people, I think, later on, but just shooting the shit, just talking, joking around with each other, teasing each other. I think that's what's missing from basic English content that Koreans can learn. It's always like, even though I do it because it's part of my job as an English teacher as well, but even making the fake sort of like scenarios like, hi, can I please get a coffee, a flat white coffee? Sure, blah, blah, blah.
But how many people talk like that? I know
Exactly.
there are a few, but not many, you know?
Not many.
Who
And
would say, hi, could I get a frappuccino, please?
that's not how you speak. And I think people appreciate the fact that it's just a natural conversation between you and me.
And I also realized, like long time ago, like people would tease me for my accent. They're like, where are you from?
Yeah.
Australia. I'm
We
like,
get teased all the time still.
but you know, nowadays,
Yeah.
it's died down. They
Yeah.
actually think it's really cute.
Yeah.
Our accent, my accent, and they're like, "Oh, where are you from? Australia? Yeah, oh, hey, you got a nice accent." I'm like, "Is he like being honest or just like
Being
teasing
an
me?"
asshole.
Yeah. But they were genuinely saying, you know, "Hey, I know, I really like your English," you know.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of Koreans have moved on from the standard American English.
Yeah.
Look, American English isn't like the original English anyway.
Didn't
so-
originate from
Exactly.
America, so yeah.
But I think they moved on to like the British English, and now
Yeah.
it's kind of like English is English, you know?
exactly.
We don't mind any kind of English,
From
as
any-
long as it's English.
Exactly.
I don't know what that was, but
Yeah, I don't know what accent that was either. To be honest with you, yeah, I remember like one of my friends is a very popular British British accent teaching YouTuber.
Really?
Yeah, and he's very good at what he does. But he got there was a huge boom of British English learners, and like he got very
the
popular.
posh accent.
The very posh accent that nobody in England speaks except for the Queen and a few high class people. However,
Queen doesn't exist anymore.
yeah,
Anyway.
well, that's true. Yeah, she's sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry to anyone out there who's from England. I didn't mean that. But anyway, yeah, the Australian accent is getting more like recognized, I think, and I hope that this channel is the one that you go to if you want to hear two people just talk shit.
No, I think it's, you know, Australian English is like, I don't know, in a way, it's kind of like 사투리
Yeah,
in Korean. Like,
Yeah.
you go to Busan and you see people from Busan, the way they speak Korean is very different to people
Right.
from Seoul.
Right.
And same with like, if you go to Jeollado area
Yeah.
or even Gangwon-do, they have their different dialect. And I think it's, Australian English is kind of like a different dialect
I think
that people like.
here's the thing. I think why Australian English is better than both British English and American English is because it's actually a mixture of both.
It is.
Because we learn British English in school, but we learn a lot of American culture and pop culture. So we combine sort of the two together. And that's, I think, why I think Australian accents are the best.
Which is promoting Australian English too much.
Exactly. If the Australian government is trying to, you know, look for new spokespeople, we're going to be the people that is going to promote Australia. So that's what they need. They need Koreans promoting Australia, Korean Australians promoting Australia, or vice versa. We could be the face.
Because I think recently the Korean delegates, they hired top officials. They visited Melbourne, I think.
Yep.
For that AUKUS kind of like military cooperation. So I think we're seeing more interaction with Korea and Australia.
Yep.
And we want to be that bridge.
Yeah. Well, I've noticed a lot of people are going like back on working holidays
Yeah.
from Korea. Like since COVID's now basically over. Well, it's not over, but it's just not really recognized so much. Australia is like the biggest hot place to go to when it comes to working holidays. And people who talk like us, right? They need
Exactly.
to learn how to listen to people who sound like us in natural conversation. I mean, if you go to a lot of sort of Ingang websites, I actually am the guy that teaches a lot of the Australian English.
Okay.
But I think this is the place where you really want to learn. This channel is like, of course, buy the stuff that I'm in as well. but if you want some free content, come straight here because it doesn't cost anything to subscribe to our channel. but we are getting more and more subscribers.
Oh, we
every
are.
week.
I was gonna say, hey, we might be losing subscribers.
No.
You saying this? I
No.
can feel like people unsubscribing.
Yeah, you know, there's
Quick,
people who
quick,
do that
quick.
like just to make fun of you. They're like, I'll just unsubscribe just to make fun of them. Could be because of that. But we are improving. I think our identity is getting better. I think
It's the Kihun effect.
it's the Kihun effect.
Let's
Definitely.
put it that way.
It's
Kihun.
definitely, and we've got to do more content, as like more fun content as well. Like we've got so much we could be talking about. Like I said, I want to do a food one.
We
Yeah.
should. I'm hungry.
Yeah,
Let's do some mukbang.
we should do some mukbang of Australian. There's supposedly a lot of Australian foods around Seoul, so we could do like a Seoul tour.
I actually haven't seen one, to be honest.
There's a few that get around.
Really?
If you are one of those people who owns a Australian style cafe or whatever in Korea, Seoul, or somewhere, it doesn't have to be Seoul, but preferably Seoul because we live in Seoul. Let us know and we can come check out your place and we can have a good time. I'd love to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I miss Australian. Well, there's no staple like Australian food.
Yeah.
But, like there's Australian style
Food,
of different
yeah.
food. So I think I'm definitely up for that. And like even with let's talk about McDonald's.
Macca's.
Macca's. Like Macca's, they taste different anywhere you go.
Yeah.
In each country, they have their own distinct kind of like burger taste and fries as well. And obviously even Coke, like because they use different water. I honestly think like Aussie Macca's is like the best tasting
Hands
Macca's
down.
ever.
Hands down.
Not because I'm from Australia, only because I've tried Macca's from like Japan,
Yeah.
China,
Yeah.
Hawaii as
Yeah.
well. But I think like Aussie, maybe it's Aussie beef.
It's definitely Aussie beef.
It has to be Aussie beef.
I'm being biased as well because I used to work at McDonald's. So yeah.
We're being very biased today.
I think we're being very biased today.
Pro
But
Aussies.
yes, but Australian Mac is one of the best I think that is ever to grace the McDonald's of the world. I haven't been to America or anything.
Oh, really?
I don't really consider like all the American branches like apart from
Shake
like
Shack.
Shake Shack and there's now
Five Guys.
Five Guys now in
Yeah.
Gossip Terminal, I think it is, and I'd rather Macca's every day of the week.
The other part is that I've tried Shake Shack, Five Guys as well. It's nice,
Yeah,
hands down, but it's too expensive.
it's far too expensive.
Yeah, like just to have one meal,
Yeah.
like burger, fries, and even a milkshake, it'll cost you like way too much.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
for one meal. Like, I love, I love my burgers.
Yeah.
and we enjoy burgers together as well.
Yeah.
But I just think it's a little too overpriced.
Yeah.
Compared to like the other franchise like Macca's, Burger King.
Right.
Let's have burger for lunch.
There's actually a few good burger places around
saw
here.
one, yeah.
Yeah, we might go check that out.
Anyway.
But so now we're 9 episodes in. Are you going to quit?
But why do you ask me these questions? The camera's rolling.
I need to make
Can
sure.
I just turn this off?
I need to make sure you're with Cozzy TV for a long time.
Yes, I will continue.
That's good. Of course.
It's gonna be like a fun journey. It's gonna be a long journey.
It's going to be a long journey.
It's not gonna be an easy one. I know that.
Yeah.
But like we can work together. And
Yeah.
we've kind of made a mutual kind of not promise.
Yeah.
We'd never signed a contract.
No.
Which I should have.
Yeah.
Fully regret
That's
that.
where I got in.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
where I
just
got in.
he got me.
Slave labor.
Yeah. I'm a noe. I'm a slave.
Yeah.
But I think I'm actually having fun.
Yeah.
I'm having fun. Okay? Got it? Happy everyone? I'm having so much fun. No, honestly, like it's something to look forward to every week because look, we both work.
Yeah.
It's very repetitive.
Very
and
repetitive.
sometimes we feel like, oh, same old stuff every day.
Yeah.
You just don't really look forward to work. But
Yeah.
this is kind of different.
No,
we
I-
don't consider it work. Even though we have to put in a lot of time and effort
Yeah.
into the editing, Korean subtitles, which
Korean
I work
subtitles.
on. Yeah. Anyway,
Yes.
and he does everything else. You know,
Yeah.
editing, all the visuals and stuff. So
Korean subtitles are hard though.
it's actually it's actually like more work than the actual work we do.
Right.
Sometimes.
Exactly. Yeah.
which could be burdensome, but we're just like grinding it out because
But like the thing is that it's going to be a good journey. I think it'll be one that I'm enjoying. I'm 100% enjoying it with you, and I'm glad that you came on board. And that's sort of what I wanted to talk to you about today. Was like how let's get sentimental here for a second. I'm very appreciative.
I need tissues.
Yeah.
Tissues. Manager.
No, I'm like
She didn't
super
Oh, okay.
appreciative in the fact that like we're able to, because I've worked with many people, and it's not that I didn't have chemistry with them, but it is hard to find chemistry
True.
with people. And you know, people have talked about the fact that we have good chemistry, and that is something that I want to continue with tons of different other content. People out there, please, I'd love to hear more comments. Like I know it's hard to make a comment.
It's not. Sorry. It's really hard.
It's really hard.
Because I don't leave any comments either.
Yeah.
So I know how it feels to actually leave a comment. Like you have to go to so much trouble.
Yeah.
Even though it takes like 5 seconds, it's still
a lot of trouble,
yeah,
to be honest with you.
It's not an easy thing to do.
But I'd love to hear more from like the people who watch, because we have constant viewers, and it is growing by the day, and it's good to see. And we hope that, you know, we've got, you know, the ultimate goal is the 100,000. It's just subscribers. The ultimate goal, right, is to get that plaque, especially for Cosy TV. But we'll see how it goes.
I think we have to change the logo first.
Yeah. We'll put a competition out there. Anyone who's willing to change the logo, if you're an artist, submit it in. We'll have a competition, and whoever wins has the new Cosy TV logo up, I think.
And we can even make like our own T-shirt.
Oh, yeah, we can do
Like, with
merchandise as well.
The logo printed on the shirt as well.
Because there's tons of Cozies out there, so I guess that's something to go by. But
And
anyway.
we can have like own faces as well, our own faces.
Yeah. Well,
On
I don't know
each-
why you're doing it like that,
On
though.
each chest. Like
yeah.
just here, right here.
Just right here. But anyway, I think we'll wrap it up there, and we'll talk about something else next week. But
And we'll do something fun as well.
we'll do something fun.
We can like
Let us
try
know.
new things out, like
Yeah.
mukbang.
Mukbang,
Like we can just travel,
travel. I don't know if my
escape Seoul.
escape Seoul.
Get
That's something that
some time off.
yeah, from my family.
babysitting.
I love my family. I love my family. All right.
Okay.
All right, guys. We'll wrap it up there. Kyun, see you next week.
Chokku derar, everyone.
Bye.